This is Colton with Bill Brothers Roofing and Solar doing the digital roof inspection here for a potential client out in the Tierra Santa area. We got an interesting roof here today. We got actually a stone-coated steel roof. Stone-coated steel is not our preferred roofing method, but more than likely, and what I discovered from going in the attic, is that this home was originally a wood shake roof. And then instead of actually stripping it down and re-sheathing this house, because it doesn't have sheathing on it currently, you know, the roof turnover from probably the 90s was to add this stone coated steel to it, and it would just go over the top of it, and we can see that actually stone coated steel drip edge as well. Usually this is something that you can't walk on, but there's so many dents, and the solar people who installed definitely walked on it as well. So it is already you know, okay. But yeah, we see a lot of you know, nails that have come out. This is a direct area where water can get in, you know, nail penetration points, even water can follow this nail down. This is continuous all over the roof here. So, you know, as far as a tune-up, you know, you really can't patch these nail holes when it comes to it. We'll go over options on what we recommend after, but we can see a lot of rotted wood here, right? These are big structural beams in the front of the house that need to be replaced. More than likely, they actually go up into the roof here, and we're going to need to tear this up. So the best time to replace these beams are going to be during a roof construction project, and our roofers can definitely handle that. Stone coated steel roof with a good pitch. We did go in the attic and we did see skip sheathing. Skip sheathing is where basically there is about 6 inches of space in between the actual sheathing underneath this roof, and then you can see the black underlayment through. That'll be in the report. But what that means is that we need to replywood this whole house in a roof project. Skylights here are always going to be sensitive areas. We like to inspect these thoroughly and make sure there's no cracks or anything, because if there are any cracks or any concern about these failing, we'll definitely go ahead and replace them during the roof project. We have a solar system on here, and it's mounted the same way you would mount concrete tile, with kind of an L bracket right there. But we can see significant amount of wear and tear on the southern facing side. You can actually see that that kind of coat that they have is completely worn off on this side, and it's just down to the steel. There was some indication that there was a tune up. Didn't really see any signs of that. The mastic around the penetration isn't been redone. Maybe the only thing I can think of is that some of these stone coated steels were replaced, where you get a little bit of the darker ones, because all these ones that have worn off are congruent with southern facing roof planes, right? And you can see that, you know, where it gets a little shade, it stays better intact. We can see that the wood on these sections is severely rotted and needs to be replaced. Very brittle, showing signs of wood rot, cracking in some areas. You know, fascia boards like this whole fascia board would be replaced during a roof project. You know, definitely because it's past its life expectancy and it's just structurally flawed. Absolutely huge spider right there. Just thought I'd show that out. But yeah, another bigger solar array right here. Build Brothers is fully capable of removing all these panels and reinstalling them. The roofing material that we would recommend is what the neighbor has, which is a composite shingle roofing material. It's a 30-year roofing product. It is, you know, integrates great with the solar system. You can do any maintenance needed without worrying about denting the product itself. But yes, you know, the southern facing roof plane does get a little bit more beating. We would remove all these panels, stack them up in the backyard. Usually during that process, the racking itself and all the brackets and everything get replaced. So the homeowner's actually getting an upgrade. And then what does that do is one company warranties the penetration of the solar as well as the roof. Sensitive areas we see are around chimneys. Chimneys have a lot of water buildup kind of in that crease where it comes together. So we would put what we call an ice and water barrier around that. It adds to the ceiling. It's basically a peel and stick underlayment that gives it added protection. We're in the business of future proofing, and so we want to do things right the first way. But yeah, we can see a ton of nails here, kind of just nail holes where water can go directly in. This product is definitely inferior to most. The composite shingle roof is a way better, longer lasting roof, easier for maintenance. We would also add ventilation to this roof as well. You know, it only has these intake vents on the gables of this roof. We can see right there. We have no exhaust ventilation on top, right? So we'd add ventilation to the top so the attic would breathe better. We do always want a cool attic, but yeah. We'll go over these options. I can definitely provide a bid. Luckily, good thing about us is that everything's in-house. Roofing, solar, everything's done by one company. So a little bit longer of video, but had a lot to cover on this one. Thank you. Bye.